Hello and welcome to Full Throttle. On today's show we're here at Silverstone with the Mini 7 Racing Club on the opening weekend of the 2021 British Motorsport season. On the programme we've got 4 fantastic races as both the Miglia and 7 championships are in action. Before the racing got underway we had qualification and Endaf Owens was the man fastest. They caught up with him in the paddock ahead of race 1 for the Miglias. And have you stuck it on pole? Everyone down here seems to be absolutely delighted for you, even more delighted that you're doing this interview. How did it feel out there?
Yeah, it felt good. Yeah, just couldn't get a really quick lap in through the qualifying, so managed a bit of a toe off out in the last lap. So yeah, lucky.
It's a perfect day for it, isn't it? First day back, of course. It's the sun shining at Silverstone. It doesn't get much better than this, does it?
No, it's mega to be back. You know, just away from the garage, and yeah, it's really good. Enjoyed it. Nice to see everyone. Have a few beers.
It feels like it's been a long winter, hasn't it? Especially for you guys stuck in the carriages waiting for that first day back. How nice is it to be out in the open, out in the sunshine, enjoying it?
Yeah, it's mega. We always love coming to Silverstone, and yeah, it's really good. Looking forward to the race now and see if we can keep up there for a bit.
Yeah, obviously you've shown your speed in qualification. What are you expecting from the race itself?
Yeah, just want to enjoy it and then hopefully keep up there and get on the podium. Would be nice.
Cars coming to the grid then for our first of 2 races this weekend for the Dunlop Mini Miglia Challenge. And it is the man we've just heard from, Endaf Owens, number 32, who snatched pole position right at the end of the session. Alongside him is number 56 of Nick Padmore, one of Britain's top historic racers, will line up alongside him. On the second row, number 23, which is Rupert Death, and alongside him, former British Touring Car champion Andrew Jordan in number 77. Third row, number 11, Kane Astin, and 55 of Ben Colburn. One of 3 Colburn family members racing here this weekend. The fourth row, 85, Sam Summerhayes, and reigning champion number 21, Aaron Smith. On row 5, 37, James Cuthbertson, and number 20, Mark Sims. Sixth row 4, Colin Peacock, and 25, James Colburn. Seventh row is number 44 of Sean King, alongside Martin Wager in number 49. The 8th row, we have Torben Astin in number 91, Astin Jr., and number 62, Chris Lovett. The 9th row is Tony LeMay, number 69, and 8, Scott Kendall. So names to watch there, Nick Padmore, Andrew Jordan, and reigning champion Aaron Smith, number 21, coming through the field. Then we've got the 10th row, Gordon Pocock, number 15, alongside 47, Darren Mason. 26, Peter Arnold completes the Miglia group, and then we've got the Mini Libre class from its separate grid. Richard Colburn and Peter Cruz at the front of that one, ahead of Hugh Turner and Peter Hills. Les Stanton and Phil Harvey completes the grid. So the green flag is waved at the back of the grid, and we're ready to go mini racing here on the Silverstone International Circuit. Away they go. Good start by Nick Padmore, good start by Endaf Owens, who's going to get the lead as they jockey for position down towards Abbey Corner for the first time in this 20-minute race. It is Nick Padmore who's got the inside line, and he will take the early lead. Looks like they've all made it round okay. Martin Wager there in the number 49 car as they head up towards the complex. There's the second group underway, the Mini Libre category for the more open cars. Peter Cruz getting away well, the veteran campaigner in number 177, the man from Devon. Number 123 at the back is Hugh Turner. As the leaders curb, hop and slide their way through towards the Hanger Straights for the first time. This is going to be super close and very exciting. Look at that crocodile of minis heading down the Hanger Straight. Nick Padmore it is who leads the way in car number 56. Now, who's going to get the most sideways into Stowe Corner for the first time? Endaf Owens going for the inside in second place. It's Death in third, then Andrew Jordan. As they slide though around these Dunlop slick tyres, squealing. Tony LeMay chasing one of the Colburns there, number 25, James Colburn in the black and orange car there. It's Nick Padmore who's got the lead. Endaf Owens on his bumper into Vale. Then the right-hander at Club. Jotun's out on the way out towards the start-finish line. Nick Padmore, lap record holder at the Goodwood Motor Circuit in an Arrows Formula 1 car at the Goodwood Speed Week events last year. He completes the first lap. 0.3 of a second is the lead. Third place is Death, then it's Jordan. Fifth position is Kane Astin, then Sam Summerhayes. There's Aaron Smith holding off James Cuthbertson in the 37, and behind them is the other Colburn brother Ben in number 55. Their dad Richard Colburn is leading the Libre category for the the non-Miglia spec cars further back, chased by Peter Cruz. Dancing their way through the exit of the complex towards the hangar straight. Here they come. Nick Padmore holding the lead, but only just. They're trying to slipstream each other on the way down towards Stoke Corner, and pulling out there, that was Kane Astin, I think, in the car with the yellow roof, and Andafo into the inside, he goes through. That's a typical mini move there, throw it down the inside and hoping for the best, and it's worked out for the Welshman. He has taken the lead from Nick Padmore. So the poleman back in front, or is he? Yes, he is. He's just held off Nick Padmore there on the entry to Vale. Rupert Death behind them in third place in the number 23 car. Former champion in this division. Fourth is Andrew Jordan. Then we've got Kane Astin. Sixth in the blue car, Sam Summerhayes, the man from Bristol, in car number 85. Padmore moves to the outside. Can he tow his way into the lead around the outside, Abby? Yes, he can. Brilliant from Nick Padmore. He's been watching Nick Swift, who prepares that car. That's how Nick drives in a classic Mini. Endaf Owens moves to the inside. Nick Padmore around the outside. There's nothing between these two at all. Who's going to brake latest? Probably not braking at all. They just slide sideways a bit to scrub a bit of speed off into the corners. That's how you drive a Mini Miglia. Up the inside there, 25 James Colburn makes other place on the inside of the 44, which is Sean King. Now, who's come out with the lead? It's Padmore back in front as they head into the Vale. Then through to Club. Padmore from Owens, Rupert Death looking to pick up the pieces behind them. It's Jordan, Astin. There's Sam Summerhayes in the blue car. 6 of them, line astern. Aaron Smith trying to catch up. Then it's James Cuthbertson. We've got 16 more minutes of this to go yet. I could watch racing like this all day as Owens to the inside retakes the lead into Abbey. They're barely touching the brakes all the way round. Endaf Owens still leads the way. To Beckett, sliding the car around there. Jordan, Death, Padmore, Astin, Summerhayes. Then Smith, then a little way back is James Cuthbertson. 5th in the championship last year, the blue and yellow number 37. Padmore pulls out to the outside. They'll all move to cover him down towards Stoke Corner. It's impossible to know which side to go and who you're defending from. To the inside goes Andrew Jordan. Can he take the lead on the exit of Stowe and lead this race for the first time? I think he's done enough. He just about has there the newly liveried red, white and black Swift Tune prepared machine. Yes, he's got it, or has he? No, Owens back up the inside into Vale. He retakes the lead now. This is magnificent stuff from the Mini Miglias. First of 4 races for the Mini 7 Club this weekend. We've got the 7s and the scholarship class later on today, and 2 races for them tomorrow as well. They spread out across the Hamilton straight here. Is Andrew Jordan going to retake lead? Yes, he is. He nips up the inside. Padmore's there in third, then Death, Astin. So we've got somebody pulled off there. That's the number 25, James Colburn, out of the race alongside the hangar straight. Down towards Stowe Corner. Owens to the outside. A bit of damage to Jordan's left front there as Owens retakes the lead into Stowe Corner. Padmore's there in third in the 56. Rupert Death in fourth, and Aaron Smith has come through into 5th place. Now he's beginning his charge through, having started 8th on the grid. This is the midfield battle. There's the blue car, number 219. That's Richard Colburn. That's Colburn Senior, and he's leading the Mini Libre class. Number 219. There he is. It's the car we saw in the pits prior to this race. There's a bit of smoke there out of the back of the 47 car behind him. Here's the battle for second in the Libre class. That's Mini veteran Peter Cruz in the Britax Cooper car, number 177, and he's having a good scrap there with the number 126. That is Peter Hills, another Welshman. Stopped away just a few lengths there as they come up towards the complex. Owens from Padmore across the line, and somehow I think every lap Endaf Owens has kept his nose in front of the timing line. Nick Padmore wants to see about that. He's going round the outside again into Abbey, and he takes the lead. Nick Padmore, an incredibly talented driver, whether he's in a Mini, a Lola sports car, a Formula 1 car, it doesn't matter to him. He can handle anything. Where else can you see battling like this for the lead of the race? 8 cars covered by 2 seconds. Still little bits of bodywork flying off Andrew Jordan's car as Owens goes to the inside into Stowe. This is where he's stronger. He does it again. He goes through. Padmore down to second. Smith onto the outside of Jordan, who's already trying the outside of Owens. And Nick Padmore could have got through there for third. Yes, he holds that third place ahead of Smith. Here comes Deeth. 1 minute 40 on the clock as they hit the line, so they might get 2 more laps out of this. They're lapping in the 1 minute 17s, the leaders, the 1 minute 18s. So we'll probably get 2 more laps out of this. Through towards Farm and Village now. Still Endaf Owens, Andrew Jordan, Nick Padmore, Aaron Smith. Summer Hayes has got ahead of Rupert Deeth, and so has Kane Astin. So Rupert Deeth must have made a slight error there through the start of the lap. Still leading the Libra classes, Richard Colburn. Cruz still ahead of Hills for second place. So here come the leaders. Again, Owens positions himself to the inside of the Hanger Straight. Nick Padmore again goes to the outside, driving in the style of Nick Swift. Aaron Smith has a look on the inside of Andrew Jordan, the ex-British Touring Car champion, holds that second place. He's on the bumper of Endaf Owens. They're trying to slipstream each other, but they're making it so difficult. But it's a 3 wide into the Vale. Look at this. Somehow they hold it together. Aaron Smith there on the inside for Club, side by side with Nick Padmore. And now here comes Sam Summerhayes. He wants a piece of this too. He can sense a podium up the inside. Again, Owens leads over the timing line. They're covered by 1.7 seconds, the 8 of them this time through. Jordan weaves across to defend from Smith, who's somehow held third. Summerhayes is up to 4th. Padmore is down to 5th in the 56 car. 6th now is Kane Astin. Rupert Deeth down in 7th. If any one of them makes a slight mistake, there's going to be a dramatic change, and we are on the last lap now. The clock has counted to 0. Who is it going to be? Can Endaf Owens soak up the pressure? Here they come to the Hanger Straight. Somebody kicks up a bit of dust. I think that was Padmore. This is going to get frantic in these last couple of corners. Let's hope it doesn't all end in disaster. 8 cars, line astern. Andrew Jordan pulls to the outside. He's going to try and do a Nick Padmore around the outside of Endaf Owens. Is he going to make it work? They're side by side. Smith is there on the inside. Centimetres between them. Three-wheeling it, Endaf Owens. The boot lid's coming loose on his car. Here they come up towards Vale for the final time. Can he hang on in front? England v Wales into Vale for the final time. I think Endaf Owens has just about done enough. Can Andrew Jordan get to the inside? Smith's there in 3rd, then Summerhayes and Padmore. I think it's going to be Endaf Owens as they come towards the line this time. Absolutely incredible finish. Endaf Owens has done it. What an incredible race that was. The order at the timing line: Owens, Jordan, Smith, Summerhayes, Padmore, Deeth, Astin and Cuthbertson, covered by 1.8 seconds. That is motor racing at its very, very best from the Dunlop Mini Miglia Challenge, supported by mini spares and 1 or 2 cars needing a few mini spares after that race, not least Endaf Owens needing a replacement boot lid. What an incredible race that was. Let's take a look at the results in the top 8, covered by 1.83 seconds. Endaf Owens the winner by 0.174 ahead of Andrew Jordan, Aaron Smith in 3rd, Sam Summerhayes 4th, Nick Padmore relegated to 5th, Rupert Deeth pipping Kane Astin for 6th on the line, then James Cuthbertson 8th, Ben Colburn and Mark Sims rounding out the top 10, then Martin Wager, Tony LeMay, Sean King and the rest of them. Winner of the Libra class was Richard Colburn, number 219. Second in that division was Peter Cruz, then it was Peter Hills and Les Stanton. And that was quite superb. Let's go in here in Parc Ferme with the winners with Steve Jameson.
Endaf Owens, wowee, what a race. That was mini racing at its very, very best, and at the end of it, you've come out on top. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's a bit of a fluke, but no, good, enjoyed that. Really good laugh.
It was a crazy race, wasn't it? Just talk us through your emotions. It was such a close one all the way through.
Yeah, I don't know really, it went really fast for me, I think, considering I was up front for a lot of it, but no, a good close racing with Nick and a few bangs with Jordan and deal with, but no, good, really enjoyed it. It's good start.
A great opening race. Time to turn our attention to the Mini 7s, and I spoke to Jeff Smith post-qualification. Jeff, first of all, how do you find it out there?
Yeah, good. It's quite busy, big grid, which is brilliant news. That's big S-Class grid, big 7 grid, so that's good.
And it seems to be the sort of day where everyone is out in force, aren't they? The grids are massive, the sun's out at Silverstone, first day back. Feels brilliant, doesn't it?
Yeah, we've all been let out to play, haven't we? That's great.
And that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's a fun class to drive in. What do you like the most about competing in these mini races?
It's so close. There's guys that have been in it pretty much all their lives, 20, 30 years playing and tinkering with minis, and it's just so close. And it doesn't matter where you are on the grid, you get a race. It's absolutely fantastic. It's so difficult.
And how did you find it out on track today? Conditions seem to be, from the outside looking in, pretty perfect.
Yeah, pretty perfect. I actually got a tow off somebody really good, and I was over 2 tenths up coming into Stowe, and then messed it up in the last complex, so I lost all that. So that would have put us a bit closer to Spencer. I think Spencer's on pole by the look of it.
And what are your expectations for the races later on this afternoon?
To win every one, always.
Sounds like a plan, Jeff. Best of luck.
All right, cheers.
Well, we've already seen one cracker of a mini race from the Mini 7 Racing Club from the Dunlop Mini Miglia Challenge. This is the Mini 7 Challenge for the slightly less powerful cars, but no less spectacular. We'll have a look at the grid then. In pole position, number 2, Spencer Wanstall, last year's championship runner-up, alongside the reigning champion, former BTCC man, Jeff Smith. Second row, number 41, Jonathan Lewis, and number 80, Joe Thompson. Third row, 87, Conor O'Brien, last year's scholarship champion, and Joe Polly, number 76. Row 4, Nick Croydon-Fowler, alongside 77, Andrew Devaney. Row 5, 49, Ross Billison, and Graham Davis in number 6. And then we've got row 6, number 4, Lee Roberts, and 33, Adam Gould. Then there's a gap, and then the second grid is for the scholarship class runners. 7 to 8, Michael Winkworth is on pole position for them, alongside 7-11, Damien Harrington. All the scholarship runners, you'll note, have a 700 series number to tell them from the rest of the field. Second row for them is Greg Dorr, number 712, alongside Matthew Ayres in 758. Then we've got treble 7 Dave Rees and teenager number 784 Ryan Taylor, only his second ever circuit race meeting. 732 Darren Cox alongside 796, which is Mark Chappell. Then 795 Stuart Gilby on the 13th row alongside 789, which is Arnold Duncan. Ben Seafried in 744 alongside Graham Shepherd in 709. Penultimate row, John Coburn Evans in 763 and 766, heard from him just now, Jeff Williams and Greg Corson at the back of the grid in number 707. Ready to rumble then with what is going to be a belter of a mini race. 20 minutes about to get underway. Here we go, and Jeff Smith hasn't got away. Jeff Smith, a very slow start there. He couldn't get a gear maybe. And it will be Spencer Wanstall who leads the way. Now we're going to have a race on our hands because Jeff Smith is towards the back of the 7 pack. The second group about to get underway, the scholarship division, they get underway on the wave of the Union flag. As the leaders overall head up towards the complex the first time. Joe Thompson out on the wide line. Jonathan Lewis, that's a brave move, locking up on the inside. They're battling away already. We're only 2 corners into this. Round the outside with a bit of understeer there, Spencer Wanstall, and he's lost out. Joe Thompson, that outside run work. Look at that! Joe Thompson, superb. Where did he come from? Throwing the car around the outside, and Joe Thompson has got the lead after going ridiculously wide through Village for the first time, and it's only worked for him. So Thompson leads. Tucked in there in second is Spencer Wanstall, then Jonathan Lewis in the bright green machine, side by side for fourth place. The black car there on the inside, I think that's Graham Davis, and Jeff Smith already starting to make his way back. No, there's Graham Davis, he's in the yellow car, apologies there, side by side with Lee Roberts in car number 4. I'm out of breath already, and we haven't even done a lap yet. 80 of Joe Thompson sideways into Vale. Conor O'Brien running wide. The 99 car is the black car. Nick Croydon-Fowler, he's had a good getaway. He's up there fighting among the leaders. Oh, and a tangle there. Joe Polly goes off, tangling with Graham Davis. And out goes the leading lady of the Mini 7 Racing Club. Joe Thompson leads at the end of the first lap with that audacious first lap outside move. Jonathan Lewis in second in the 41. And Jeff Smith already is back up into 5th position behind Nick Croydon-Fowler in that black and dark green machine. Ross Billison behind them in the number 49 car, the Surrey driver, in the white machine there, just ahead of Conor O'Brien. Here's a replay of that tangle between Joe Polly and Graham Davis at the back of this pack. See what happened. Andrew Devaney just ahead of them. And Polly, oh, she got up on the curb and clattered Graham Davis. That's what happened. Joe Polly in the Ball Trucking sponsored car looks to be out of the race. Here's the battle for 4th position. Nick Croydon-Fowler, Ross Billison in the white car, Jeff Smith in the General Lee Mini on the inside. Behind them, Conor O'Brien. Yellow flags out at Vale there because of that spun car, so no passing into Vale and Club because of Joe Polly's stranded car. She's being pushed away by the marshals. Side by side, Jonathan Lewis and Spencer Wanstall. This is for third place, I think. Jeff Smith's got ahead of them. All contact there, and Wanstall nearly lost it, bouncing off Jonathan Lewis. Joe Thompson is getting away. This is the battle for third place now, with Wanstall under pressure from Lewis. Behind them, Ross Billison just shadowing them. Wanstall second in the points, just 20 points behind Jeff Smith last season. Andrew Devaney was third in their points, and Billison sends one up the inside into Vale, and he goes through. Good move on the brakes there by Ross Billison, number 49. We only saw him on a couple of occasions last year. He finished 11th in the points. Good start to the season by Ross Billison, up into 4th position. Joe Thompson sideways over the curbs again, superb style, and Jeff Smith just flings it in with abandon. Here's the fight further back between Lewis, Billison and Croydon Fowler. This is for 4th place. With 6 minutes of the race to go, Lewis moves to the inside to defend into Stowe corner. Ross Billison tries to go round the outside. Sliding out there, a bit too much slide there for Ross Billison. Trying a Sir John Whitmore slide there, and Nick Croydon Fowler's going to get through as well in the 99. Yes, I think Ross Billison may have a bit of a handling problem there with the 49 car. He's lost 2 places there. Bit too exuberant there. There is Joe Thompson, less than 5 minutes to go now of this 20-minute race for the Dunlop Mini 7 Challenge, supported by Mini Spares. Here's this battle between Williams and Coburn Evans, and Coburn Evans has lost it. I don't think there was any contact there. Coburn Evans just lost it under pressure. And look at Nick Croydon Fowler go up the inside, throws it past Jonathan Lewis into Beckett's and up into 4th place. Good move. Here are the leaders. Jeff Smith has definitely got the leader in his sights now. Here they come. Onto the Hanger Straights. Smith's got his headlights on, trying to intimidate Joe Thompson, maybe pressure him into a mistake. 2 minutes to go. Get one more lap out of this. Down towards Stowe. Joe Thompson has just got to keep his cool. Had 1 win last season at Thruxton. Through towards Beckett. He's all over the rear bumper of Joe Thompson now. Can Thompson hang on? They throw it in together. Can he out-drag him down to Stowe? Back markers ahead. They'll be thinking, get out of the way, don't get in our way, don't impede us. Nervous times for Joe Thompson. Can he hang on for the first Dunlop Mini 7 Challenge win of the season? Down to Stowe for the last time, flashing his lights to warn the back markers that he's there. Some of the scholarship class runners ahead. What can Jeff Smith do? It's going to be all on the last 2 corners at Vale and Club. Back markers frantically trying to get... They've met the back markers at the worst possible place. Blue flags waving from the marshals. Smith is going to go for the inside. Here comes the last bend lunge. No, Thompson manages to defend into Vale. This is good defending from Joe Thompson. He's got Smith on his bumper. He's going to try and dive out from behind him here as they head out of Club for the final time. Here they come, round towards the flag. Is he going to do it? Hard to tell there, as the flag not come out that time. I think we might have 1 more lap. I thought the checkered flag was going to come out that time. We've got 1 more lap of this. They were a second or 2 early there. Well, the extra spurt they put in towards the end. We've got 1 more lap to enjoy there. I was sure the checkered flag was going to come out this time, and Joe Thompson will be hardly believing his bad luck there. He's got another lap of this to resist. The clock flicked to 0 just after they had crossed the line instead of before it. But Joe Thompson couldn't back off or anything like that, because Jeff Smith would have been through in an instant. They're coming towards the Hanger Straight now. Here they come towards Stowe. Can he hang on this time? Smith knows what he's got to do. He knows where he can get the last bend lunge in. Can Joe Thompson open his account for the season, or will the reigning champion get off to a winning start? There's more back markers ahead. Here they come. What can Jeff Smith do this time? Is he going to go for the inside into the Vale? I think he's a little bit too far back. He throws it sideways. Oh, he's up on the curb on two wheels. That was Dukes of Hazzard style driving from the General Lee car. I think Joe Thompson's done enough. Yeah, Smith's lost momentum with that trip up onto the curb. Now it's going to be Joe Thompson in car 80. Or there's the checkered flag. Joe Thompson has done it. Great drive by Jeff Smith to fight back up to second, but just couldn't quite get through on the last corner, and Joe Thompson takes the victory. Spencer Wanstall took third, Jonathan Lewis fourth, Ross Billison fifth, Nick Croydon Fowler was sixth, and we'll pick up the scholarship class cars as well. That's going to be won by Michael Winkworth, number 7 to 8. There he is, arm out of the window as he crosses the line. Michael Winkworth wins the scholarship class in number 7 to 8. Joe Thompson the winner by half a second ahead of Jeff Smith. Spencer Wanstall taking a slightly lonely third place towards the end, 13 seconds down. Jonathan Lewis coming out on top in a great fight with Ross Billison and Nick Croydon Fowler for fourth. Lee Roberts took 7th place in another good fight with Adam Gould and Andrew Devaney. Rounding out the top 10, Graham Davis. It was Michael Winkworth who won the scholarship class ahead of Greg Dorr and Ryan Taylor, Matthew Ayres, and 5th position in that category was Gilby. Arnold Duncan was next home ahead of Mark Chappell, then Darren Cox in 732. Jeff Williams was next ahead of John Coburn Evans, who we saw have a spin, and Greg Corson finished at the back. We lost Harrington, O'Brien, Rees, Seafried and Polly on the first lap.
Yeah, delighted to be down in Parc Fermé with our winner. That was mini racing, wasn't it? It's very, very best. What was that like for you?
It was unexpected, to say the least. I mean, you never expect to have a gap like that to the beginning. But yeah, no, it was just about maintaining it. I could see Jeff catching, I could feel the tyres are getting hot. So it was just a case of managing the gap. And yeah, it all went in our favour today.
It's one of those sorts of types of race that you just never quite know what to expect, always expect the unexpected. In some ways, that lead and that gap seem to be the most unexpected thing, because you're expecting it to be closer, aren't you?
Exactly, and it's a case of looking for that last lap board every time you come round and it's not there, so you think, oh, we've got to hang on for another one. But yeah, no, can't thank the guys that have prepped the car enough, so the old man over there, and Pete Vickers and Pete Edwards from the Motorsport School, and everybody that's supported me up to now. So thanks to all of those, and yeah, hopefully do the same again tomorrow.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic day for you, of course. Big family connection here, as we can see. How nice it just to be back racing. First one of the season. Yeah, I mean, day at Silverstone.
First test day was yesterday. It's been a while since we've been out on track. I think October since we've been racing, and it's just good to be back, especially with the sun, and to have the whole family here as well is fantastic.
Enjoy the celebrations, mate.
Thank you.
As day one comes to a close, it's time for us to take a quick break. We'll be back though with 2 more brilliant races from the Mini 7 Racing Club. Welcome back to Full Throttle. Let's get straight back into the action. It's the Miglia's second race of the weekend, and over to your race commentator, Dave Goddard.
Let's have a look at the grid for Mini Miglia Dunlop Mini Challenge Miglia, supported by Mini Spares Race 2. The top 8 finishers from yesterday's race are reversed on the grid. So James Cuthbertson, who finished 8th, number 37, is on pole alongside number 11, Kane Astin. Second row, former champion, number 23, Rupert Death, alongside Nick Padmore in the 56. Third row, 85, Sam Summerhays, and reigning champion, 21, Aaron Smith. Fourth row, former British Touring Car champion Andrew Jordan in car 77 lines up alongside yesterday's winner, number 32, Endaf Owens. On the fifth row, Ben Colburn in 55, doubling up with Brit Car this weekend alongside number 20, Mark Sims. Sixth row, 49, Martin Wager, and 69, Tony LeMay. Seventh row, the man we just heard from, Sean King in the 44 alongside Torben Astin in number 91. And on row 8, Scott Kendall in number 8 and Peter Arnold number 26. On the ninth row, we have Chris Lovett, number 62, 47 of Darren Mason. 10th row is James Colburn, brother of Ben, alongside number 4 Colin Peacock, and 15 Gordon Pocock, bit of a commentator's nightmare there, lines up on row 11. Then there's a gap, and we've got the Mini Libre category for the more open class 4, slightly different minis to the Miglias. Top 4 finishers for them from yesterday are reversed, so it's Les Stanton, 133 on pole for them, alongside Peter Hills, number 126. Peter Cruz, Mini Racing veteran, number 177, alongside yesterday's class winner, 219, Richard Colburn. And finally, 113, Phil Harvey, and 123, Hugh Turner complete the grid. away they go. We are underway. One car has got away from the back of the Miglias. Now the Libra class will start from the separate grid. They have a 10-second delay. The Union flag will go down and they will get underway, but through Abbey Corner for the first time they go, it is Kane Astin who has taken the early lead in car number 11. This 20-minute race, now the second group gets underway, the Mini Libre category. Leaders heading round towards the top of the circuit through the village complex and on towards Beckett's. It is Kane Astin who has got the lead in car number 11 ahead of 37 James Cuthbertson. They slide their way into Beckett's. This is going to be very spectacular indeed. James Cuthbertson, the pole sitter, there in second place. Aaron Smith, the defending champion, in third place, in fourth place rather, in the pink car behind Rupert Death in the 23. Then we've got Andrew Jordan, 2013 British Touring Car champion, and now a very quick historic racer indeed. Look at Rupert Death up the inside in the 23. He's going to take second place, trying to take the lead away. Rather audacious move there into the right-hander at Stowe Corner. They've all made it round okay. We say one non-starter, unfortunately, Sam Summerhays in the number 85 car. It's number 11, Kane Astin, who has the lead at the moment. The man from Cambridge starting to eke out a slight gap as they come round to complete lap number 1. Cuthbertson in second place, it's Death third, Smith fourth, Jordan fifth, and in sixth position Endaf Owens, the winner yesterday. He seemed to lead across the timing line every time, despite what's happened in the rest of the lap, the Flying Welshman. Kane Astin is being reeled in here by the number 23, former champion Rupert Death, positioning himself to try and make a move here on Abbey Corner for the lead. He's going to go round the outside as they come over the start line. Still a long way to go in this race, over 17 minutes. As the lead pack heads through Abbey Corner. Aaron Smith under fire from Endaf Owens. Now, has Death been able to make that move stick around the outside? He certainly has, ahead of Kane Astin. Cuthbertson weaving around there in third. Then it's Jordan, Padmore, Smith and Owens. Andrew Jordan for the inside Stowe Corner, trying to take third. Nick Padmore's there on the inside as well. Jordan up the inside takes James Cuthbertson for third place. Padmore is fifth, then Smith, Owens. The first of the Colburn brothers, number 55, that's Ben. James making his way through from a bit further back on the grid, number 25. He failed to finish yesterday's races, locking up there on the inside. Rupert Death battling away with the number 11 of Kane Astin. They're side by side, but Death ran a bit wide there out of Vale towards Club Corner. And the end of another lap. Death has somehow held his lead in the number 23 ahead of Astin. Endaf Owens has clipped the back of somebody. It's a bit of damage to the front of his car. Jordan is third. Then we've got Cuthbertson. Now leading the Mini Libre class further back is the number 177 of Peter Cruz, I can tell you, the man from Devon. There's the battle for the lead down the inside into Stowe Corner. Kane Astin, oh, there's contact as they come out towards the Vale. A little bit of wheel banging there. Now who's going to come out of this with the lead? Death's on the inside as they come down to the left-hander. He should take the lead back. He has, as pulling into the pits there in the background, Phil Harvey, number 113. He's out of the race. Death runs very wide over the curbs on the exit of Vale. Somehow he holds it together. Needs to be careful going over the curbs too much. You may get a warning for exceeding track limits. Repeat offences on that can lead to penalties. There's Richard Colburn, number 219. He's taken the lead from Peter Cruz in the Mini Libre class. So going for a double, number 219. Leaders are heading down towards Stowe Corner. It is still Rupert Death that's got the lead. There's been a couple of changes behind them though. Andrew Jordan has got ahead of Kane Astin, but ahead of both of them is Nick Padmore. He's up into second place. Here come the leaders. Again, Death runs wide, and this is Padmore's opportunity. Now he's got a run on him, has he? No. Death moves to cover as they complete their 10th lap. Terrific stuff at the front. Less than 7 minutes now to go. Kane Astin holding on in third place. Then Andrew Jordan and Aaron Smith. They pull clear of Endaf Owens now, and Nick Padmore is all over Rupert Death for the lead. What's going to happen as they come into Stowe Corner this time? Are we going to see Kane Astin go round the outside again in the number 11 as he did earlier? Nick Padmore wants to do that. He's going to the outside of Rupert Death. Who's going to brake latest? Are they going to brake at all, or just use a bit of tyre scrub to shave some speed off? That's what they usually do. Padmore goes to the right-hand side, but he's going to be on the outside for the left-hander at Vale again. Possibly relying on Rupert Death running wide on the exit into Club. Up on the curb goes Kane Astin in third place. Death's going to run wide again. This is again Padmore's opportunity. Can he get an overlap this time? No, again Death gets the power down early. Really driving superbly defensively. what's happened to Kane Astin. We've lost Kane Astin. I think that was up on the entry to club. And further back, Peter Cruz is off. Peter Cruz has gone off. That's up at farm. There's Kane Astin. He's off as well. Now there's tyre marks on the side of that car. There must have been some contact in there, so the third place man has gone. Again, Padmore's trying. He's really trying. Look at him throw that car around as they come out of Beckett's. Padmore just looking for the opportunity to strike. He was in the slipstream there. He's going to strike early this time on the rundown. But look at Jordan up the inside. Squeezed under the grass. 2 wheels on the grass for Andrew Jordan. Padmore, meanwhile, while that was going on, has got round the outside. He's into the lead. And Jordan's through as well. Fantastic stuff. Well, Padmore made his move earlier that time down the straight. But now he's got to deal with Andrew Jordan. Got a wheel onto the grass there. That won't bother him. He's had background in rallycross before moving into touring cars and beyond. Through towards club they come. Nick Padmore, your new race leader. Andrew Jordan second. Death is down to fourth because Aaron Smith has come through as well. Rupert Death will be frustrated there. First to fourth in the space of a couple of corners. Now Jordan attacking for the lead. Padmore and Jordan, two of Britain's finest historic saloon and sports car racers. But now they've got to deal with... And Rupert Death's got a problem. Rupert Death slowing down. What a shame. Cannot take your eyes off this. Richard Coburn, incidentally, is still leading the Libra class further back. They come round to start what will be their last lap. There's the board from the marshals. 30 seconds to go. Can Nick Padmore hang on to take the win? Made a couple of appearances in the Mini Miglia last season. Best results of second place at Thruxton. Now coming up to lap, Richard Coburn. There is the blue number 219. Padmore defending. What can Andrew Jordan do? The man from Lichfield in Staffordshire. Padmore comes from Reigate in Surrey. Throws it sideways. But what can Aaron Smith do? Is he looking for a last bend lunge? The Kent-based driver looking to defend his title this year, and defending is what Nick Padmore is doing. Which side is Andrew Jordan going to go on the run down towards Stowe Corner? Padmore moves to cover the inside. Jordan will try and slipstream him and throw it round the outside into Stowe, trying to get on the correct line for Vale. I don't think he's going to do it. This is going to be close between the three of them, though. Jordan is trying. He's going to try for a last bend lunge. But there's not much of a run to the finish line out of Club Corner, the finish line at the start of the Hamilton Straights. And I think Nick Padmore has done enough. Here they come. Throws it almost sideways coming out of Vale towards club, and it's going to be Nick Padmore in car number 56 towards the checkered flag. Nick Padmore is our first winner of the day here at Silverstone. Second to Andrew Jordan. Third, Aaron Smith. As quickly as that, covered by less than half a second at the flag. Superb battling between those three. Bad luck to the other cars involved in that battle. Kane Astin, who went off, and Rupert Death, who suffered problems after losing the lead. The Libra class finishing a lap down but taking the victory. Richard Coburn in car number 219 ahead of Peter Hills and Les Stanton. We lost a fair number of cars towards the end of that one. Let's check out the results then of the Dunlop Mini Miglia Challenge, supported by Mini Spares. Nick Padmore the winner by 0.291 of a second ahead of Andrew Jordan. Aaron Smith just a couple of tenths further back in third. Fourth place to yesterday's winner, Endaf Owens, with Ben Colburn a good fifth ahead of Colin Peacock. Seventh going to the pole sitter James Cuthbertson. Then Mark Sims, Martin Wager and Sean King round out the top 10. Kane Astin did get going again after his problems. Sorry, that's Torburn Astin, my apologies, in 11th place. And 12th place going to Scott Kendall. Richard Colburn, a lap down, winning the Libra category ahead of Peter Hills and Les Stanton in 15th place.
Well, Nick Padmore here in Parc Fermé. That was some drive, Nick. Congratulations on the win, first of the season. How does that feel?
Oh, it was brilliant. I just tried everything to get past Rupert and I couldn't. And it's funny, my wife was on the phone last night and she watched race one. She's going, why do you keep going around the outside? And I was thinking, Jesus, she's going to tell me off again. But it worked in the end. I got past Rupert and yeah, that was a mega race.
You had a bit of a challenge coming behind you as well once you're in front as well. Just had to hold him off as long as possible.
Yeah, that was it. I saw Andrew come and I thought, oh, here we go. You know, don't touch my little baby. Don't put any marks on it. And it was good. I managed to hold him off. He was in a mega tow down the back straight, but actually couldn't get round. So Yeah, it was wicked.
It was a brilliant day of racing yesterday, another great race today as well. The Mini's just giving us so much entertainment this weekend. How much fun is it to actually race in them?
It's why I do it. It's Dad and Lad Go Racing, and it's a very friendly paddock, and the racing is just so close. And you know, all the front guys are on it as well. So if you miss a gear or if you lift off too early, you're going to lose loads of spaces. So it's places. So it's it's brilliant. But my Swift Tune engine was mega.
And from your perspective,
thanks to Nick.
Sorry, just from your perspective, how nice is it to be back? First weekend of the season, obviously, and you're out here with a win on the Sunday. It must feel brilliant.
It's brilliant. It's lovely. It's just good to see the atmosphere and everyone here, and the racing is all weekends really, really good. So long may it continue. Hopefully we get back to some sort of normality. If we have to wear a mask, that's cool. But let's keep racing.
Sounds like a plan to me. Best of luck for the rest of the afternoon, mate. Congratulations.
Cheers.
One more race to come, and it's the Mini 7s back out on track. Andrew Devaney is on pole for this one after racing yesterday. Let's hear from him before the final race of the weekend. Here's Andrew Devaney ahead over the Minis this afternoon. Andrew, a great day for you yesterday in qualification. Talk us through it.
Yeah, quali was okay, yeah, but we had a race yesterday. I ended up finishing 8th, which means the reverse of the grid, so I ended up on pole today, so it should be good fun.
And it was helter-skelter yesterday. The racing was brilliant. It was so much fun to watch. What was it actually like to drive in?
Oh, it's great round here on Silverstone because it's such a vast, open track. You know, there's lots of dicing, lots of slipstreaming, so you never know where you're going to end up.
In that sense, pole isn't always the biggest advantage, is it?
No, it's not. You're a sitting duck.
And how excited are you just to be back this weekend? We've asked this question to a lot of people. Everyone just seems to be delighted to be out of the back of winter and back onto the track again.
Yeah, it's been a long winter. You know, a lot of shed work. And it's great to be out with everybody else. You know, back on the track.
How has the preparation gone for you over the winter? Because we've heard from a few people. It's been a lot of time to do a lot of things, but there never seems to be enough time.
Yeah, it's always the thing. You end up at the end of last year, you think all these wonderful things you're going to do, and it always ends up being a rush. You know, last minute prep.
And I hear some mods for today as well. Is that understand?
Yeah, it wasn't going brilliantly yesterday, so we've changed a few things. So we'll see what happens.
Well, I wish you all the very best luck, Andrew.
Thank you.
The results of race 1 yesterday forming the basis for the grid, but with the top 8 reversed. So one of the men we just heard from, Andrew Devaney, starts in pole position in car number 77, alongside him 33 of Adam Gould. Second row 99, Nick Croydon-Fowler, and 49 of Ross Billison. Third row 41, Jonathan Lewis, and number 2 of Spencer Wanstall. And on the fourth row, reigning champion number 1, or 0-1 to be precise, Jeff Smith, starts alongside yesterday's winner number 80, Joe Thompson. The fifth row, number 4, Lee Roberts, and 6, Graham Davis, and 2 non-finishers from yesterday's race on the next row, 87, which is Conor O'Brien, and Joe Polly in car 76. She went off on the first lap of yesterday's race. Then we've got the S class, which is the scholarship drivers for newcomers to racing. In pole position for them, again the top 8 is reversed from yesterday's finishers in that class. Darren Cox starts on pole in 732 alongside 796 of Mark Chappell. Arnold Duncan and Stuart Gilby on the second row. Then we've got 758 Matt Ayres, who we just heard from, and teenager Ryan Taylor, number 784, only his second ever circuit race meeting. Greg Dorr, 712, and yesterday's class winner Michael Winkworth in 728 on row 4 of the scholarship grid. 766 of Jeff Williams and John Coburn-Evans in 763 are next. John recovering from a spin in yesterday's race. Greg Corson and Damien Harrington, who retired with a few issues in yesterday's race on the 15th row. The final row, Dave Rees in the Pea Green racing car number 777, and 744 of Ben Seafried rounds out the grid. So we're almost ready to go. This will be a 20-minute race. This is going to be very close. Away they go. Down towards the first corner at Abbey. Decent start by Andrew Devaney. Not a good start for Nick Croydon-Fowler. He's very slow away. 10-second delay before the scholarship class get underway. It's Andrew Devaney from Adam Gould and Ross Billison into Abbey for the first time. There's Jeff Smith. Not the best of starts from him either. He made a fairly poor start yesterday too and had to fight his way through. Now the cavalry charge. The scholarship class gets underway from further back. We'll see who's got their lead as they head into Abbey for the first time. Looks like it could be the pole sitter that has got the early lead for them, that being 732 of Darren Cox. The Sevens pack heads around Beckett's for the first time. It is Andrew Devaney who has held his lead from pole position, moves over to the right. We saw this in the Mini Miglias earlier on. Look at the way Jeff Smith is going, already going for third place as they head down the straight. Joe Thompson following in his slipstream as well. Here's the scholarship class. Darren Cox with the lead of that division. They slide their way around the Beckett's corner. Devaney just holding his lead ahead of the black and gold machine of Adam Gould, Jeff Smith and Joe Thompson. Way out wide, not as wide as Jonathan Lewis though. Right out wide, almost onto the dirt there. This is frantic stuff, and we haven't even done one lap. Devaney leads the way in the 77. 2 wins for him last season. Third in the points behind Jeff Smith and Spencer Wanstall. It looks like that's Wanstall up into third place there. Car number 2, the pale blue car. Yes, it is, ahead of Jeff Smith. So Ross Billison is back to 5th. Then it's Joe Thompson. Over the line they go to complete lap number 1, and Spencer Wanstall is in attacking mode. Car number 2. Came close to the championship last year, trying to go around the outside of Devaney. There is Jeff Smith, former British touring car racer, in the General Lee Mini, number 01. He takes the win. Listen for the Dixie horn as he crosses the line. It has got one fitted. 3 wide as they come down to Village. Look at Wanstall at the inside. He's going to take the lead. Third to first in one move. Adam Gould got rather swallowed up there. I think Jeff Smith might have got through into second place there, or he's trying to. Side by side as they come into Beckett's. Yes, he's there on the inside. Can he hold it for second place? Wanstall's got the lead. Third to first through the complex. Devaney side by side with Smith. Then we have got Adam Gould, Joe Thompson, Ross Billison, Jonathan Lewis. Behind them, Conor O'Brien in the pink and blue car. Then a small gap back to Lee Roberts in number 4. Then Joe Polly at the back of this group, Graham Davis in the yellow car. Joe Thompson to the inside. He could get through, make up a few places here. They're chopping and changing all the time into Stowe Corner. I think Thompson may have got second place away there. It completely changed coming through there. Wanstall's got the lead. Smith is there on the inside. Can he hold second place? Yes, he can. Billison's in the middle. Oh, there's a bit of a shuffle there and up on the curb. Joe Thompson there. Jeff Smith did that yesterday. Proper Dukes of Hazzard style driving. Jeff Smith in second place then behind Wanstall, last year's 2 championship rivals. Joe Thompson is third. Bit of bodywork goes flying. I think that was from Jonathan Lewis's car possibly. And Andrew Devaney, the pole sitter, has been swallowed up in the pack there as they came down the Hanger Straight. He's behind Ross Billison there in about 6th position. 7 to 8 there. Michael Winkworth has already made his way to the front of the scholarship pack, and we've only done 2 laps. He's a seriously quick driver, Michael Winkworth. Joe Thompson, yesterday's winner in the number 80 car. He wants a double. Conor O'Brien throws one at the inside, passes Jonathan Lewis. Joe Polly has got ahead of Lee Roberts further back. She is up into 10th place. Car's lost some ground is Adam Gould, who started on the front row, number 33. Here comes Smith attacking round the outside. Can he take lead into Stowe Corner? Yes, he can. Superb from Jeff Smith. Didn't even touch the brakes there, just threw it in. Used the sideways movement to scrub a bit of speed off and takes the lead. We've lost one car. Jeff Williams, number 766, has pulled into the pits, and there's a slow car that I think that's Spencer Wanstall on the left of the picture there, the light blue car. That's Wanstall, I think, has got a problem. Through goes the 4th place. Well, it'll be 3rd place battle now if that is Wanstall, because he was in 2nd place. Jeff Smith in the 01 ahead of Joe Thompson, renewing their battle from yesterday, but the other way round. It was Thompson doing the defending yesterday, and defend he did. That's the car that ran wide, number 707, Greg Corson, who was being lapped. Andrew Devaney up the inside, takes 3rd place into Stowe Corner, the pole sitter for this race, of course. Jonathan Lewis in 5th position. The leaders fling their way through Vale Club. Jeff Smith, whose British Touring Car Championship campaign with Team Eurotech in a Honda a few years ago was sadly ended by injury. It's a bit wide there through Abbey. This is the scholarship battle. Michael Winkworth and Damien Harrington, and if anything, it's closer here than in the 7s classification. And look at Harrington round the outside at Stowe Corner. That's brave. I don't think that's going to work. No, it doesn't. He bobs back in behind Michael Winkworth. Down at Stowe, Joe Thompson is closing right up on Jeff Smith. Here he goes. He's having a look as they come into Stowe. He goes straight through. Joe Thompson takes the lead for the 2nd time this weekend. I saw Jeff Smith run wide on the last lap coming out of Club Corner. I wonder if he's starting to have a handling problem. He's going to throw on at the inside coming into Vale. No, he's not. Can't get through there on the inside. Whether Jeff is suffering a slight handling issue, I'm not sure. We'll wait and see how things transpire. But Joe Thompson, yes, he's pulling away. Look, I reckon Jeff's got a slight problem here. Here's the fight between Ross Billison and Conor O'Brien. Billison has taken 3rd place. Devaney down to 5th, and Lee Roberts sideways there ahead of Jonathan Lewis, Joe Polly and Graham Davis. Behind them Nick Croydon, Fowler and Adam Gould, the 2 black cars, and here comes Jeff Smith biting back. Joe Thompson tries to run him wide into Stowe corner, but Smith's going to go round the outside and he retakes the lead. Brilliant from Jeff Smith. Has he gone wide on the exit? Thompson back at the inside. This is tremendous stuff. Now this race is coming alive. Smith on the inside for the left-hander at the Vale, but is Thompson going to out-drag him? They're still side by side on the run to it. Smith's got the inside behind the curbs, Jeff. You know what happened yesterday? And he's retaken the lead again. I thought he had a problem before. He was just lulling Joe Thompson into a sense of security, I think. Playing mind games, these two. And here's a fight between Jonathan Lewis, Conor O'Brien. Oh, they're all over the place there. Look at this. Oh no, this contact, and Ross Billison has spun. Well, there are cars going, too many cars in too small a space there, I think. They were all over each other now. I don't know what the order's going to be coming out of that, but Ross Billison was the unlucky man who spun out. I saw some tyre smoke on the way into Abbey, so maybe he missed his braking point. Here come the scholarship leaders, nose to tail over the line. Damien Harrington going for the outside. Still Smith, Thompson and Lewis at the front of the field. Or is it because Joe Thompson up the inside into Stowe corner? He's got it back again. Oh, fantastic. Joe Thompson, with 3 minutes to go, retakes the lead. What can Jeff Smith do? Tries to fight back as they come up towards the Vale for what will be the 12th time. This is magnificent stuff. Through the Vale, Joe Thompson hangs on. We could have a repeat of yesterday's closing stages here, with Smith trying to get past Thompson. Will it be a double for Joe Thompson to establish a clear championship lead after the first meeting of the year? Meantime, here's the battle for 4th place, headed up by Conor O'Brien. It was Nick Croydon Fowler. As Jeff Smith up the inside, he's retaken Joe Thompson into Stowe yet again. Saw somebody off on this section of the lap a moment ago. I'm not sure who it is though. It's 7:07, we're told, which is Greg Corson has spun off there. Jeff Smith with the lead ahead of Joe Thompson, back in front once again, and Thompson is not letting go here. They're still line astern. Yeah, there is Greg Corson, 7:07, axle deep in the gravel. Here are the leaders down the Hanger Straights. What's Jeff Smith going to do this time? We've only got 25 seconds on the clock, so it could well be checkered flag this time. He's going for the outside. They're side by side. I didn't see if they got the last lap board last time through, so maybe the drivers don't know themselves. We had this yesterday as well. Joe Thompson still leads. Here comes Jeff Smith. Which side's he going to go as they come into Vale? No passing at Stowe, of course. There was the yellow flag out there for Greg Corson. Thompson holds the lead on the way in. Clock has counted down to 0. We should get the checkered flag this time. Smith will try everything. They should see the checkered flag as they come out of Club Corner. There is the checkered flag, and Joe Thompson wins it. A double for Joe Thompson by 0.188 of a second. My goodness, what a dice between those two. Meanwhile, what's happening in the scholarship category? It's still Michael Winkworth. He's going for a double as well. What can Damien Harrington do? They're coming down to Stowe for the last time. They pull clear of their opposition, these two. Damien Harrington try and get the cut back through Vale and Club. This is going to be close. It looks as though Michael Winkworth has just about done enough for his double win, I think. They swing their way into Vale. Harrington a little bit skittish on the entry there. Can Harrington get one at the inside into Club Corner? He's not going to do it, and the scholarship class is going to be won by Michael Winkworth. 2 out of 2 for Michael Winkworth. Well done to him, ahead of Damien Harrington by 0.266 of a second, nearly as close as the 7s. 14 laps completed. Here's the result. Joe Thompson the winner by 0.188 of a second. Again, Jeff Smith has to settle for 2nd place. Nick Croydon Fowler, well done on 3rd place, which I think is his first ever podium, ahead of Jonathan Lewis, Conor O'Brien, Andrew Devaney, Lee Roberts and Joe Polly as quickly as that. Adam Gould 9th and Graham Davis 10th. Then we had the scholarship runners. Michael Winkworth just beats Damien Harrington home by 0.266 of a second. Matthew Ayres 3rd, ahead of Darren Cox and Ryan Taylor, 5th in class, 15th overall. Greg Dorr was next home in 16th, ahead of Dave Rees, making up for a non-finish yesterday. Then Stuart Gilby. There was Mark Chappell in 19th place. Rounding out the top 20, John Coburn Evans, and we lost Ross Billison, Arnold Duncan, Spencer Wanstall, unfortunately, who was in that lead battle, Jeff Williams, Greg Corson, and also Ben Seafried.
That will do us from a brilliant first weekend of the 2021 season with the Mini 7 Racing Club. The next stop on the tour is at Snetterton, and we look forward to bringing you the action soon. Until next time, it's goodbye.